All right, that is the man of the moment, and the breaking news this hour is that William Ruto has been declared president of Kenya. So the results announced by the chair of the IEBC, he gained over 7 million votes, 50.49% of the votes. This was essentially a two-horse race, and Raila Odinga was behind him with 6.9 million or so, 48.85% of the votes. So you can see that it was a tight race. Ruto thanking God and saying that democracy had moved a notch up. And this is because, as many have remarked, it wasn't only about ethnicity this time, but he was saying we could sell our programs, and certainly the cost of living, things like that were in focus in Kenya for this election. But this is not without contestation or controversy, because from the IEBC, that election center in Kenya, 4 of the commissioners earlier disowned the results, said that they could not endorse the results. The deputy, the vice chair rather of the IEBC, said that this was around the opaque nature of the last phase of the tallying. So we have 4 who have left, but the 3 who remained, the IEBC chairman, Wafula Chebukati, saying that they had a constitutional duty to declare the results that were transparent, and saying Ruto is there. Let's bring in our international editor, Sophie Mokoena. Sophie, Chebukati even saying that 2 commissioners are injured. So just tell us about the run-up to this, the scuffle that happened earlier today, and what it all means.
When it was clear, I think, to the other camp that William Ruto has won, they started issuing messages of rejecting elections results, and therefore clearly it was bound to happen, because the intention there was to kind of rally your supporters to do something. And at the electoral tally center, that's what happened. And therefore, clearly it was those people who are aggrieved, supporters of Raila Odinga.
All right, so the suggestion, they are supporters of Raila Odinga, and of course Raila Odinga was being supported by Uhuru Kenyatta, who is the current president, or the outgoing president. So essentially he was not supporting his deputy. Just tell us some of the dynamics, why William Ruto was saying this has been such a long and hard road for him.
There are subtle tribal and also dynasty politics in Kenya, where certain families always think that they are the ones who are supposed to take leadership, or you must be endorsed by them because of what they have done in that country, you know, the issues that are related to corruption, and therefore you must have someone who's going to protect your interests. And therefore the current president took a decision to support Raila Odinga, and the relationship dates back to their fathers, who were politicians. It's a dynasty family, the Obamas, the Kenyattas, and also Odinga, and therefore he chose to support Raila Odinga. And he neglected and abandoned the deputy president, the man, a young man at that time, who assisted him to become a president of Kenya and also to get a second term. And at that time, perhaps William Ruto was of a mind that they will then work together even in 2024. I spoke to him, William Ruto, in 2017 when they had won the elections with Uhuru Kenyatta. He was very confident, supporting Uhuru and thinking that he will be the successor, but it wasn't to be. And therefore, when he was campaigning, William Ruto, it was very tough for him. It was very tough when a sitting president is using state resources to support a candidate. You don't have those state resources. Uhuru channeled state resources to support Raila Odinga, but the Kenyans took a decision that we are tired of dynasty, we are tired of tribalism, we want a leader who will take us forward, particularly during these critical times. And it is for that reason you see the results, even though the margin is very, very small. But clearly, it was very tough for him. It was, I remember a week ago, he was literally crying literally crying, William Ruto, after a prayer, praying with his staff when he was saying farewell to the staff because he didn't know what was going to happen. It was very, very tough. But today you can see his voice, the tone, but he's willing to rebuild Kenya.
All right, thank you very much. Sophie Mokoena talking about the ruptures in Kenyan politics. We do have a winner declared in this election race, William Ruto. However, because there's a rupture in the IEBC and the commissioners are divided themselves, presumably this could be challenged in the courts. We'll follow that. Hopefully no more violence reported after those earlier commissioners were injured by supporters of Raila Odinga. Thank you very much to our international news editor, Sophie Mokoena.